This is a meet that counts. We say we don't count a lot of the meets that we run early in the season except from a training perspective. Well, this one is all about performance. There is no second chance if you don't run well at regionals. You must compete at your very best here or we're going to be disappointed. Right now, I've watched the team train. Last night's practice was very good. I find no reason to think that we're not going to accomplish our goals, and that is get to national as the primary focus of what we're doing.
How exciting is this week, obviously knowing that a trip to nationals is up for grab and a trip out to Spokane, Washington?
Well, I'm sure for the kids it's more exciting. And actually for me, I've never been to Spokane, so it's one of the places I haven't had a chance to see, so it's like free education on all of our part. The reason I'm a little more apprehensive than I have been in other years is because this has been a wonderful guys and girls team meshing together. They are one team. It would be horrible for me not to have both teams go. I mean, if only one team makes it, so we'll do it. We're still going to run well. But I think one of the keys to our really having the best national championship that we can have is that both teams are there to support each other. They are just one team.
The NCAA Division II Atlantic Regional Cross Country races take place on Saturday at Slippery Rock. On the women's side of things, the Edinboro runners are fresh off a second place team finish at conference championships. Talk a little bit about the expectations going into this weekend.
Expectations for the women are not as high as the men. I mean, they obviously want to be there, but I feel that the women, if they can stay on the side of being confident and just knowing that they have a spot and it's their spot to lose, they will run well. They just have to keep their mindset on saying if they go out and they run like they know they're able to run, that it will be a good showing for the women. It's a little harder because the men went in winning PSACs and now the women take second, so they know there's a team out there stronger, so they have a little more to show. But I think if they can keep their heads on straight and they can keep down the path that they've had the goal all year on saying they're going to make nationals, it's going to be a good day for the women.
Yeah, obviously the women have another team that is kind of pushing them in-house right here. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, Shippensburg has been over the past years. I mean, they have good runners, they have a good team, they have a good coach, so that's a good rivalry. But I think if our women can see ourselves beating them, or if not competing with them, they know they're also going to be a top national caliber team as well. So I think it's a good rivalry, and I think it's good for our women to stay sharp on their feet instead of just saying, hey, you know, we're expected to go in and win this. Now it keeps them saying hungry, and it keeps them wanting to fight to get that spot and earn it.
What do you expect to see from the men this weekend?
Hard work pay off. You're going to see a lot of emotion in their running. You're going to see a lot of determination to try and prove who they are. I think they're hungry from last year. You can obviously tell from the atmosphere and the guys, just by the way they talk, the way they work out, the way they've been training all summer to get ready for this year because they were left off the national traveling team last year, that this year they're coming back with vengeance and they want to prove that they're a team that can compete there.
The conference championship, obviously a big accomplishment, but like we said, 28 of them now in school history. You kind of almost look past the conference championships and on to the Atlantic Regional. Talk about the expectations that you have all season long leading into this event.
Yeah, well, you kind of never move past it. I mean, it's always going to be tradition. I mean, Edinboro is a team that has shown in the past that they deserve to be there, and these guys want to prove that they're also a team that can compete with those past teams. Obviously, every team, and especially in the PSAC, is getting stronger, so you can't count anyone out. So they know that, and they're not just expecting just because we've had 28 past years that we just get a free bye, and last year was that chance to prove it. So now they have to say, hey, we got to step back up and we got to get ourselves back to where we were.
What are some of the keys to having the types of runs that you want to have this weekend?
I think you're going to need it from our star guys. I mean, the front guys who have always been up there. You're going to need Scott to be up front. You're going to need Brian to pull through. You're going to need Jake. You're going to have to see that these people are just as confident, and if these upperclassmen are just as confident going in, you're going to see the underclassmen and the people who haven't been on this type of stage just yet pull their confidence through and do what they've been doing all year, which is run. And that's why we've been so successful, is we've had 7, 8, 9, 10 guys deep that can run, and now you pull it down, we just take our top 7. They know that they should be there, and they're going to run with the confidence that they're able to be there. So it's going to be good.